Good morning, students. How are you? Hope you are staying safe at your home. So, in the previous session, we have discussed about the objectives of management and the importance of management. So, today we will start with the different natures of management. That management is a science, art, or an upcoming profession. Different management experts have described the nature of management differently in their own time. Some says that management is a science, some says that management is an art, some says that management is a upcoming profession. So let's start with the first nature, that is management as a science. So before starting management as a science, it is important to understand the meaning of science before accepting management as a science. So what is science? Science refers to systemized body of knowledge that explains certain general truths. तो साइंस क्या है? एक सिस्टमाइज्ड बॉडी ऑफ नॉलेज है जो काफ़ी ट्रुथ्स के ऊपर दैट इज बेस्ड है. Science refers to that systematic body of knowledge which is acquired on the basis of observations, experiments and verification of this knowledge is possible. तो यानी कि हम ने कहा है कि साइंस एक सिस्टमैटिक बॉडी ऑफ नॉलेज है जो क्या एक्सप्लेन करता है, कुछ जर्नल ट्रुथ्स एक्सप्लेन करता है. जर्नल ट्रुथ मीन्स एक न्यूटन का लॉ है, दैट इज जो चीज़ ऊपर जाएगी वो चीज़ नीचे आएगी. दैट व्हाट वी कॉल इट, दैट इज अ ट्रुथ. यानी कि ड्यू टू सम ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स जो चीज़ ऊपर जाती है वो चीज़ नीचे आती है. दैट इज अ ट्रुथ. तो साइंस क्या है? एक सिस्टमैटिक बॉडी ऑफ नॉलेज है जो किसके ऊपर बेस्ड है? विच इज बेस्ड ऑन ऑब्जर्वेशंस, एक्सपेरिमेंट्स एंड वेरिफिकेशन. So for example, a person completes his study of engineering. During the course of his study, he gets a complete theoretical knowledge of the subject. His acquiring of knowledge in this manner is a science. So now we see the characteristic of science and their application in the management. So before proving management as a science, we will discuss the various characteristics of the science and see that which characteristics of science are present in the management. So first one is systemized body of knowledge. Science is a systematic body of knowledge. Its principles are based on a cause and effect relationship. For example, the truth of a mango falling from a tree towards the ground is explained by the scientific law of gravity. That is systematic body of knowledge that in science we are having a number of subjects, we are having number of principles to study. Testing of management as a science. Now let's see that whether this feature of science is present in management or not. Management is also a systemized body of knowledge because it has its own theory and principles which are developed by the management experts after years of research. जैसे क्या है, साइंस में बहुत सारे प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, बहुत सारी थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज है जो डिफरेंट साइंटिस्ट ने डेवलप करी है. वैसे ही मैनेजमेंट में भी क्या है, सिस्टमैटिक बॉडी ऑफ नॉलेज है, बहुत सारी थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज है, बहुत सारे प्रिंसिपल्स हैं जो मैनेजमेंट एक्सपर्ट्स ने बहुत सारी रिसर्च के बाद क्या करे हैं, डेवलप करे हैं. सो दिस कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ साइंस इज प्रेजेंट इन मैनेजमेंट. नेक्स्ट कम सेकेंड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ साइंस इज प्रिंसिपल बेस्ड ऑन एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन. The principles of science are first developed through observation and then tested through repeated experimentation under the controlled conditions. तो इसमें क्या है, वो कहते हैं कि जितने भी साइंटिफिक प्रिंसिपल्स हैं या जितने भी साइंस के प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, दे आर फर्स्ट डेवलप्ड एंड आफ्टर दैट दे आर टेस्टेड अंडर द different conditions, under different repeated experimentation and controlled condition. Same how we can say tested of management as a science. After applying this characteristic of science to management, we find that development of management took years for the collection of facts, their analysis and experiments. In other words, management came into existence because of the continuous and encouraging labor of the theorists and various people concerned. कहते हैं कि जैसे साइंस के जो प्रिंसिपल्स हैं वो एक्सपेरिमेंटेशंस के ऊपर बेस्ड होते हैं, वैसे ही जो मैनेजमेंट के प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, जो मैनेजमेंट की थ्योरीज हैं, ये भी क्या होती हैं, काफ़ी एक्सपेरिमेंटेशंस के बाद, काफ़ी एनालिसिस के बाद क्या है, एग्जिस्टेंस में आती हैं. सो दिस कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ साइंस, दैट इज प्रिंसिपल बेस्ड ऑन एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन, is present in the management. Now move to the third characteristic of science, that is universal validity. All the principles of science are based on truth and they can be applied at any time and in every situation. They are universally valid. We can apply it anywhere, anytime, in any situation. Now we will test this feature in management. In the field of management too, managerial knowledge and principles of management are considered to be based on truth, and they too can be applied anywhere and in every situation. But the principles of management are not as exact as the principles of science. जैसे कि principles जो science के principles हैं, they are rigid, they are to be applied as it is, they are developed. But in case of management principles, we can apply it anywhere in any situation, but not as it is we have developed it. But the principles of management are not as exact as the principles of science, as their application may not yield the desired results always. So this feature of science is presently not, this feature of science is not present in the management. So among three characteristics, two are present in the management, but one characteristic of science is not present in the management. So the management cannot be treated as a perfect science, but as its principles are subject to change with time, situations and human nature, it is better to call it as applied science or a inexact science. Ernest Dale has called management a soft science because its principles are not very rigid, just like the science principles are very rigid. So we can say that management is a inexact science, applied science, or a soft science, or a social science, because we have to apply the management principles on the human nature, and human is a social animal, so that's why we call it as a social science. Now let's discuss the second nature of management, that is management as an art. So when we have started this chapter, we have quote one definition that management is an art of getting things done through others effectively and efficiently. कि मैनेजमेंट एक कला है कि हमने दूसरे बंदे से काम कैसे करवाना है, दैट व्हाट वी कॉल इट एज अ मैनेजमेंट एज एन आर्ट. सो प्रूव तो हमने वहीं पे कर दिया था कि मैनेजमेंट आर्ट है. नाउ लेट्स डिस्कस इन डिटेल दैट हाउ मैनेजमेंट इज एन आर्ट. सो व्हाट इज आर्ट? आर्ट रेफर्स टू द प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग नॉलेज स्किलफुली. यानी कि आपके पास जो नॉलेज है आप उसको स्किलफुली कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं, दैट व्हाट वी कॉल इट एज एन आर्ट. Art refers to the practical application of existing knowledge. For example, when a person after completing the course of engineering starts working as an engineer in a company, his work is known as an art. Whether management is an art or not will be known by the application of the characteristic of art in the management, description of which is as under. So let's discuss the various characteristics of an art. So first characteristic of art is existence of theoretical knowledge. Art is always based on the certain theoretical knowledge. On the basis of this knowledge, one can understand how a particular task can be accomplished. Next, now we will test it into the management. In this context, management is an art, as a lot of literature is available in various areas of management like marketing, finance, human resource. कहते हैं कि जैसे एक आर्ट में बहुत सारा थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज है, वैसे ही मैनेजमेंट में भी बहुत सारा थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज क्या करता है, एग्जिस्ट करता है. सो दिस फीचर ऑफ आर्ट इज प्रेजेंट इन द मैनेजमेंट. पर्सनलाइज्ड एप्लीकेशन. The practical use of theoretical knowledge varies from individual to individual. Art, therefore, is a very personalized concept. For example, two teachers, two players, two actors or two writers are always different demonstrating their art. हर एक टीचर का, हर एक प्लेयर का, हर एक सिंगर का, हर एक एक्टर का, हर एक राइटर का एक अपना अलग तरीका है उसको अप्लाई करने का. वैसे ही managers also apply theoretical knowledge of management differently. Two managers apply differently their different techniques depending on how creative they are. Hence management possesses this feature of art too. वो कहते हैं कि जैसे दो एक्टर्स, दो सिंगर्स, दो जो आर्टिस्ट हैं वो क्या करते हैं, अपनी थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज को प्रैक्टिकल यूज में लेके आते हैं, वैसे ही जो मैनेजर्स हैं वो भी अपने थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज को प्रैक्टिकली क्या है, डिफरेंटली अप्लाई करते हैं. सो दिस फीचर ऑफ आर्ट इज प्रेजेंट इन द मैनेजमेंट बेस्ड ऑन प्रैक्टिस एंड क्रिएटिविटी. To get the perfection in art, continuous and creative practice of theoretical knowledge is a must. अगर आपको एक अच्छा सिंगर बनना है या एक अच्छा एक्टर बनना है तो आपको रेगुलरली क्या करनी पड़ेगी, प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी, आपको उस चीज़ में क्रिएटिविटी लानी पड़ेगी. जस्ट एज आर्ट कैन बी एम्बेलिश्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ प्रैक्टिस, इन द सेम वे मैनेजरियल स्किल ऑल्सो इम्प्रूव्स विद द प्रैक्टिस. जितनी प्रैक्टिस ज़्यादा करेंगे मैनेजर्स उतनी ही ज़्यादा उनकी जो मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स है वो क्या होंगी, एम्बेलिश्ड होंगी. Every manager has desire to become a complete expert in his field. They can fulfill their desire by continuous practice. A fully developed manager not only molds the organization according to the changing circumstances, but also has the capacity to change the outward circumstances according to his will. So this feature of art is also present in the management. So we have discussed three features of art, and all those three features are present in the management. So the above analysis clearly establishes that management possesses all the characteristics of art, and on this very basis it has been accepted as an art. So we can say that management is an art of getting things done through others. So if we conclude it, therefore we can say that management is both a science as well as an art. As a science, management with the help of its principles provides the necessary guidance to the managers to achieve practical efficiency. With the reference to art, management in the form of best work technique helps the managers to face every type of situation successfully. So it is therefore reasonable to treat management both as a science as well as an art. So please watch this video very carefully, and I will sort out your queries in Monday's Zoom meeting session. Thanks and have a nice day.